What's up everybody, it's Eternal Electronics, and today we are taking a look at the Mattel Electronics Las Vegas pinball machine. Now I posted a brief video the other day showing this thing off, and a lot of people wanted to see more, and I was planning on doing some repairs, so I figured I'd bring you in and let you watch to see how a little bit of it's done and what all is on the inside of this machine. Now as you can see, to start off, you have to remove the glass. You do it really slow and careful because last thing you want to do is break this piece because it is not easy to replace. On the front control panel, there's only 4 screws holding it on, so once it's removed, the glass can just slide right out from the front, giving you easy access to everything. Now to speed things up, I've already removed most of the screws in this video, but there's 4 more that hold the main tray in place, and once those are removed, you can lift the whole thing up to give you access to everything underneath like the wires and solenoids. And fortunately, in my case, none of that needs repair today. Everything seems to be in good working order, and we're just going to be focusing on the rubber pieces that have worn out with age. But at least this way, you can see what it looks like on the inside. Now the parts that we're replacing today, you can see here. They have some pretty big cracks in them, and it's normal, it's just from dry rot and age. With the glass top out of the way, it's actually pretty easy to change. These rubber gray pieces on top will need to be popped off, and these are getting replaced as well because most of them get cracked. Once those are removed, you just have this decorative plastic piece that's on the top, and it pulls right off. And that's pretty much all that's required to gain access to replace most of these rubber bands. From here you can just grab them and gently pull them off to get them out of the way. And if you're wondering about these other wires that are behind it, let's take a little closer look because those are part of the gameplay. When the ball bounces into the rubber band, these 2 metal pieces are pressed together, and that's how you register points. And pieces like this are scattered all over, they're really easy to test. If you're not super familiar with pinball, you see these metal plates on here and might wonder what they are. They actually allow contact between the metal ball to create a circuit that actuates the solenoid. Now real quick, with the glass out of the way, it's a good chance to test the machine out. Just leave it plugged in and turned on, then you can go through and touch all the actuation points and listen for them to register. It's good to go through each one to make sure everything's working so you don't have to worry about opening it back up later on. And then also, if it isn't obvious, make sure that the lights come on and work as well. Don't forget to use the ball to test out all the bumpers to see that they're working as well. As far as these replacement parts go, I was actually able to find them on eBay for only $20. So if you can do this yourself, it will save you a ton of money in the long run on repairs. And with these rubber band pieces, I like to stretch them out a little bit before installing them, just so they're not too stiff and it makes them a little easier to slip into place. I already showed you taking it apart, so here's a little bit of everything going back together. Just slip the rubber band right over the top, put the decorative cover on, and then these little plastic caps slip on fairly easy. I like to get them just a little bit wet and put them on at an angle and kind of rock them into place. It makes it a lot easier. And that's pretty much it. You just repeat that over and over until everything else is replaced. Now you may notice on the right side of the screen, there's a big white piece that's missing its sticker. Now I came up with an idea to fix that as well. Since nobody online had replacement stickers, I just took a photo of the good one that I had, sized it, and then cut it out. The plus side to this is it gives the same effect as the old one, so you don't have a brand new sticker that looks out of place. It looks a little old and worn, even though it's new. Well, now it's time for the best part. Put it all back together and test it out. Let's watch just a little bit and make sure to like and follow for more.